Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
Sorry for the very
Huh.
late stuff going on. I was being a homemaker, aka hoe. Um,
why?
Homewrecker.
You
Why?
right.
I don't know.
uh, yeah. So I had to. So sorry about that, but we are here and we're ready to play D&D. Um,
Yay.
Woo!
I'm CL Knight, aka Little Lady Mayhem, back at you on Sunday. Uh, And I also have my lovely players here: King Zane, aka Elijah; Michael DeKilla, aka
Oh,
Orion Wallet;
Duckwilla.
Oh,
Daquilla.
Duckwilla. What I said, DeKilla?
You're not the first. You are not the first. It's fine.
I said DeKilla, didn't I?
You totally
Something like
did. I
that.
mean,
Oh well,
If
it's
but if
fine.
you want to make that into
Mike,
a rap name, like if you want like a rap
yes,
as
you
you said,
know,
career,
Mike the
Mike
Killer.
Tequila. I
you
mean, I'm
know,
down.
Mike the
Mike
Killer, like
DeKilla.
You right. You right. You right.
uh, we also have Aaron Kane, aka the Red Baron, right
Okay.
here. We have
Ah.
Damar Watson, Mr. Watson, and then we have Yusuf. I say Yusuf, but it's Yusuf Kasumu.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so we're back at it again. Uh,
Good again with the
announcements.
back end again.
Um,
Hi, Chris Speaker.
announcements again. Be
Thank you.
safe. Thank you for watching, and also, you can catch me on Saturday nights at 9:30 on twitch.tv/proficiency bonus. I'm on the show Fable Whispers. So you can check me out there as me as a player instead of a DM.
Woo.
And I think that's it. We're just gonna go ahead and switch to the opening. So we'll see you then. And we're back. Um,
Whoop, whoop.
all right. So, um, last we left off uh, on Hollow Chronicles, um, it was kind of a hard time for
It was a
our
mess.
our heroes there.
It was a mess. Let's be honest.
It was a mess.
It was a mess.
Greatest session
Just be
ever.
blunt. Just be blunt. It was a hot ass mess. Can I curse on this channel?
It's
Bruh.
unfiltered.
Yeah, it's unfiltered here.
Right. It's
Um,
a hot ass. But that's okay.
yeah. So last chapter, our our lovely ranger Lenora was enthralled. Uh, so our one of our clerics, Vaughn,
I had a nice nap.
she did had a nice nap. Vaughn
Little
decide
nappy nap.
to uh, follow. He had convinced the group to follow Lenora to get down to the source of these kidnappings in Deadwood. As they followed her, some rolls were made, uh, and they came across uh, a a woman figure. They haven't recognized that was in that was bellowing out this beautiful song, this charming song that enthralled Lenora and another child that were making their way towards her. Uh, During the time as well, uh,
Making their way downtown.
literally, shadows began to move and twist, and it seemed that her voice itself was controlling these creatures. And thus ensued a fight uh, where our party, they were very sporadically placed. Lenora, throughout the majority of the fight, literally the entire fight, she was still enthralled. They couldn't break her out. She couldn't break herself out. Some very bad roles there.
Listen.
Vaughn
So bad.
Vaughn had fell uh, by these spectral creatures. Uh, and he at death's door. When he was at death's doors, our paladin Delight had risked his life to get to him just in time to bring him back.
Thank you. Please. Thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
during that fight, it was a very close encounter, not just for Vaughn, but also for Coriander, who took some very heavy hits. Uh, and I believe this was probably because they decided to follow Lenora after the majority of the party haven't rested completely. So it was
Look,
a.
they were trying to save my butt, so.
I'm not sure if they was trying to save you, but sure. Um.
We were. We were.
I was
mhm.
just mad that you didn't introduce yourself on. Like
Uh,
that was my whole shit.
Wait, how you not gonna introduce yourself? That's
We'll do
crazy.
introductions this episode. How about
And
You must work for the introductions.
that?
during the
Well, then
encounter,
the child was a big deal.
yeah, the child. They did end up saving the child and Lenora. They defeated the spectral creatures. However, the villain, the perpetrator of this crime, had vanished and was able to escape.
And took my javelin.
Yeah, she did had a javelin that also fell off to the side
Er,
somewhere. Um,
I actually wanted to ask if I could get some of those back. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, you can. Um,
Okay. I threw
uh,
3 of them, so my bad.
and
Okay, continue. Sorry.
that is where we're going to pick up because at the end, um, two guards had decided to make their way there, literally at the end of the battle. Uh, but they saved the girl and they also saved Lenora. So, woo! But uh, we will pick up from there.
Went to bed. I'm going to bed.
We did
Okay.
go
Yeah,
inside.
taking that
Right?
one.
Yeah, I went inside.
Okay,
Get that 8.
give me a
Yeah, we need to
second.
rest.
Before you get to go, the two guards do. Um, sorry, brain fart. It's gone. They decided to try to stop you in uh one of them. The woman is a woman guard and a male guard. Um, Once this page load, uh, should be because we are in the town of Deadwood now. Boop, boop. Uh, it is still raining. Okay, there's the sound. Sorry, I was like, where is the sound?
Aaron,
Um,
for some reason, your light on your screen is like pulsing, and I'm not sure. Like you look like magic. Like I don't know.
it's
Oh,
it's because it's
it's
trying to
it's
Like it
focus.
yeah, so like if I don't move, it just goes dark, but then if I move, it lights up.
Yeah,
oh my
It's weird.
god.
she's an
uh,
angel.
It's because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, she's definitely an angel.
so
Uh,
the female guard. Oh, what the hell just happened?
Mike, you're still muted, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hmm.
Vaughn had disappeared for a bit.
Yeah.
Um, the female guard
So the two
steps
guards
up
approach us.
and says, "Halt! What in the world is going on here? What were those
I
things?"
believe I believe we found the source of your problems here
Well,
in
one
this
of them.
town. Yes, one of them anyway.
Did you?
But it seemed to have escaped.
What do you mean escaped?
Can I roll a Arcana check or something to see what that creature was? If I
Sure,
know what that creature was.
sure. Go ahead.
Oof, they're both bad.
Just
How about religion?
Bruh. Okay, wait. What are you trying to discern? You're trying to discern the things that you were fighting or that person?
The thing that we were fighting, not the ghouls, but
Okay. Sure.
the
A
woman.
person.
Roll me. Just roll me a nature check.
Oof. Did I get? Let's see.
Oh no.
Oh my no.
Oh, an 18.
Okay.
18.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't a
not
very
bad.
high roll. From your well, when you had first saw her, uh, you depict you noticed that it had two arms, two legs. It was a humanoid creature. Um, I believe I don't know if I described what they look like before. Can't remember.
I think all we knew was like a woman. I don't think we had like a
Okay,
super in-depth description
so
that we
yeah,
had to fight.
there it was a woman that had like brown, long flowing brown hair, uh, tan skin, and green eyes.
Hmm.
If I got the
Is there
description
any
mixed up,
music?
no, there's no music right now. It's just weather. It should just be
Okay.
rain or wind. Ow!
Oh, I think I hear it. Okay.
Oh, I'm having a little pain in my side. Uh,
Are
so
you
yeah,
well?
I'm not sure. um, but yeah,
good.
it was a long brown hair, green eyes, and tan skin. By what you saw, it was a woman. It was just a normal human woman. Not
Mm,
normal per se, but she
right.
looked normal.
Some some woman is controlling these things, and she escaped. Has the invisibility on herself and left.
Oh dear. I'm gonna have to report this to the captain. Um, what are your names?
On
Oh, you
Yosan,
tell them.
they asked.
Vaughn. Uh,
Of the Church of Arathis.
oh, okay. A cleric then, or holy man. I see.
Yes.
Uh, and what are the rest of your names?
I'm Lenora. I live in the woods.
Right.
That's
Am I
it.
still like technically like all the way over here because that's like a
No,
mile away?
I'm assuming everyone kind of like got closer
Okay,
together when
because
you
like
stopped.
I'm kind of in the cut.
We're
Like
all
I'm like
Yeah.
standing
all the
in
way in
that
the back.
line.
No.
Right. I'm just like I'm taking things very literal, so I'm assuming that I'm like up
No.
here.
Since it's role
Okay,
play
talking to.
moment, no.
It's role
Uh,
play. Okay, so role playing. Hey, my name is Idris. And you should probably put on your report that she had very nice eyeliner. I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if there's a place locally. I like to support local businesses, but I figured that should
right.
be in your report also. Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. Mm.
I was about to say I give a description of the woman to the guards.
Okay.
There was a woman?
Yeah, it was a woman.
Yeah, she was singing to
I
you.
guess I
It
guess
was
she
very
wouldn't
pretty.
Oh.
I guess she wouldn't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You were asleep. You were taking a little nappy nap.
That's
She
right.
was very rude.
Hmm.
And then the woman also looks towards uh you, Coriander. And you, sir?
My name is Corey, and that's all you need to know. And I head to the sickly peach.
Uh,
Oh.
Uh,
uh,
Mm,
don't
right.
don't mind them. They actually I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe you should mind them. We're not quite
Maybe
sure.
you should mind them. I'm still learning these people.
Right.
But I do have to rest, you know.
Where are you staying? Because
No sleep creates bags.
where are you guys staying? Where can we find you? Our captain
Sickly
will
Peach.
right. Our captain would like to speak to you probably in the morning. And uh, she looks over to the her companion who walks over to the kid, and you see that it was a young girl, uh, blonde hair and pigtails, wearing like just a simple nightgown. Uh,
Oh, look at the cute little pigtails.
and she's just had this blank look on her face. And he's
Ooh.
like looking, kneeling down to her, and kind of like, "Hey, hey, come on, can you?"
Oh, is she still enthralled? I look in her eyes. Can I make an insight check?
Sure. Yeah,
16.
she has this blank expression that she's. You register that she's not picking up any of outside stimuli. She's just kind of in
This
this
one seems
gaze.
to be still enthralled. I could
I would like to
probably
see into her mind. That's okay. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
go. I, I would like to see if you could post a guard around her, make sure she doesn't leave. I could probably fix it in the morning. I just need some rest.
Well, we have to take her home. She's
Yes.
and you see the her companion takes off like his cloak and kind of wrap it around the little girl because at this point it was raining and everything, and she's just drenched. She's just covered in water.
Uh-huh. Dark.
I
Ooh.
Delight would like to walk up to her
Mm-hmm.
and like immediately like the bear is just hello.
I, I look at Delight. I'm like, I don't. She doesn't.
Uh, who is
And
trained in Arcana?
Me.
Probably not me.
I
I
am.
am not.
Once everyone is done, I want to
I did
um
want to like touch her
go ahead.
Oh, okay,
with hand, like lay on hands
okay.
to
Um,
try and like spend a couple to maybe if it's a disease of some kind or like heal the
okay.
mind maybe.
All right. All right. Can lay on hand fix conditions, or is it just
It says alternatively you can expend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it. So if it's a disease or if it's something,
okay? Uh, so as you does so, it has no effect. She's still just looking straight ahead.
she's not sick.
It's the same thing that has enthralled our friend over here and I look to our ranger. Although she was able to snap out of it, I don't believe the child's strong enough. We can help her, but in the morning, I need to take my rest. I would
Uh,
also like if a guard was posted, maybe inside her place of residence to make sure she doesn't leave.
right. Elijah, what were you about to do?
I wanted to use my just before I went to sleep. I wanted to use my awakened mind to go into her head. Um, I could touch the minds of other people. Trying to speak to her, telepathy, and try to see what's going on. Um,
Um,
mentally.
okay, you can speak to her. How many times can you use it a day? Because you used it a lot during the fight.
I, I thought it was at will.
This is at will. It's not even a spell. It's
Right.
just
Okay.
one of my things I can do as a warlock of the Great Old One.
Oh,
It's a great
okay.
old one.
Mm,
The Great
The,
Old One has bestowed this ability upon me.
yes,
um.
the great old one Santa Claus has
Okay.
It's
bestowed
one
this
of the
ability.
3.5 things that I can do as a warlock.
All right. So you're basically doing the same thing that you did to Aaron a little bit. So
Okay.
she
I
got
want to try to
advantage.
push, yeah, and I want to try to push a little bit further to see if I can like catch a hint of the source of this magic. Um, what would can I roll for that, or
You
like
will
is
have
there a
to
way that I
have
can
like
do that?
a detect magic, maybe if you have detect magic.
Okay, I do not have that spell.
Okay. Um. So
Sad.
what do you say to her? What do you do when you what are you saying to her telepathically?
I said, hey, I said the sun's getting real low. It's like no,
Oh my god.
I said, I said
Girl hawks out.
come back. I said, come back to us. You're safe now. Whatever is trying to bind you, you have to fight it. And I'm going to help you fight it. It's okay. And I love your pigtails. Please come back.
So, as you say this, for a moment she just stands there, just and then she blinks again. She looks around. Where am I? Who are you people? And she kind of like backs away from you.
Oh,
It's okay. It's
You
all right. We saw you wandering around and you're really far from home. But see, look, there's these people here with and their guards and stuff, so you're safe. Um, I don't know about everyone else. We're pretty crazy, but at least you're safe with them.
Ah,
you were
Is this one of the
Mama!
girls I?
sleepwalking.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Oh,
that. Is this one of the girls I played with? Is this one of the children I played with?
No, this is a different.
oh,
This is a different kid. Um, and the guard kind of step in. It's okay. Uh, where do you live? Um, uh, she points. Okay, okay, we're gonna get
I'm
you
gonna
home.
lean over to Coriander. I'm gonna lean over to Coriander and just be like, I don't think she knows where she lives.
I think she might be touched.
by an angel.
I hate it.
I
Della
hit him.
Reese?
I slap him in the shoulder and just like, stop it. I tried.
Well, at least she's awake now. Now I'm sleepy. I will leave.
And
Bye, little
the
girl with the pigtails.
bye. And uh, the guy guard will take her by the hand and
I'm Delight, by the way, since you didn't ask me.
Oh,
the
uh,
woman looks back at you
Oh.
cuz she's still there and she's just like, "Well, thank you all of you. But our captain would like to speak to you in the morning. Uh Y'all look a little worse for wear.
Yes, I do.
Worse for wear.
Here, right here.
Oh,
I go inside. I leave.
Uh,
yeah.
good
I'm
night.
also in the beachside
Before
still.
before the guard leaves, I want to run up to her real quick and
Mhm.
excuse me, do you mind if I place an alarm spell on her home to see if she leaves during the night?
I think that will kind of soothe the parent's mind. We'll talk it over. Uh, sure. Lenora, right? Shut up. Uh, why is this not? Hmm. Did this freeze? Probably.
Uh, Sierra?
Bye, Sierra.
Bye, Sierra.
What?
Oh, did I
She
freeze?
was frozen for a little. Yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't saying anything in response.
Okay, because I was wondering why
I
it
was
didn't.
getting ready to like no DM this. Just like okay, now we can ruin everything.
Now we can just run
Now
Right.
we
wild.
destroy the town.
20s on every roll.
When the mom goes away.
You get in that 20. You get in
Let's
that
go
20.
battle God.
Wow.
Not your level
Oh my
20.
god. Right.
Alright. Seems a little loud for some reason. You guys go back into the sickly peach. Um,
It's like the dead of night, isn't it?
yes, it is. So I am
Okay.
trying to. What the fuck?
Me too.
Everything is like lagging for me. There we go. Alright. Alright. There. That was just extremely loud. So, Lenora, you are led further away from the sickly peach and throughout this neighborhood, and you come across this two-story home uh that has metal beams on the outside of it, and most of it is wood and stone. Um, there's a little small like garden right out front, but nothing is growing there. Uh, and as
Sad.
all of you guys walk up to the house, the lights are off. There's no light. The captain, sorry, the guard will knock on the door like a uh, no no response for about a minute or so. Then he knocks harder, and uh, a woman, graying brown hair, uh, like a kind of a rough looking type skin, like she's been out working for quite some time. Give her an older appearance than what she actually is. And she opens the door. She's just wearing like this, like a normal bedrobe. Um, and she just looks at the guard for a second before her eyes grow big as she sees the little girl. Angelica, what are you doing out here? And the little girl, without anything, just runs up to her and just like starts crying. Uh,
Me
in
too.
a mood. And the woman kind of soothes her and it's like, "Where you're soaking wet? How did you get out?" And
Um,
she looks at the guards and everything. What happened?
I hate to interrupt.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Sorry. Sierra, can you mute, or Aaron, can you mute your self on roll 20?
Ah,
I think I am.
Well, we're getting an echo somewhere.
Oh,
all
let me.
right.
It's probably me.
Is that?
Is that better?
It seems better. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is
Thank
it
you.
good?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Uh, and the woman guard says, "We found her wandering the streets. This woman had stopped uh, stopped a supposedly kidnapping. I, I, I didn't even hear that she walked out. I who did it?
We think it's the people responsible for the other missing children,
Oh my god.
whoever they are.
Well, did you arrest them?
Uh, I know what happened. I was asleep.
What?
I
And
think we explained the story while we were back at the guards. How that the woman who it was disappeared and escaped.
hmm
Yeah, so she turned invisible and she just kind of left.
and the woman's like, but we are going to have a lookout and search for this woman, and uh, also uh, Lenora here wants to alarm your house, I believe, just in case if she leaves again.
Yeah, I would like to set an alarm on her bedroom door to see if she gets up at all again during the night.
Okay. So the
And I
woman
think you
lets
would
you
be
in.
able to hear it.
Yeah, it will go
Yes.
off in your
So,
mind. Uh,
well,
Yeah, but like
it
I
has
also
two
have the
settings.
option to, yeah. There's a there's a mental alarm and also an audible alarm.
mm.
Mhm.
So which one are you going to do?
And if it's, I mean, I don't think that they would trust me enough to just like set a mental alarm.
Hmm.
So I would do an audible alarm for them.
Okay.
They would be able to hear the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go do that.
Okay. Uh, the guards watch you, and the woman gets.
Which bedroom is hers?
It's like a middle room. There, it's very small. It's not pretty big, but it's um uh small enough and big enough for a kid. And you see, like, there's a couple of dolls there, and like a little rocking horse there as well. But it's not very furnished. It's not more of like a. You get the sense, like, as you walk throughout the house, that this is not a very prosperous home. It's more lower class.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna cast it on the door then.
Okay. All right, you do that. The guards exchange some words. Would you like to be escorted back uh, to the tavern, ma'am?
No, I'll make my own way. Thank you, though.
Right. Well, we'll see you in the morning with the captain.
Yes, and I just yes.
All right. Um. So you head back to the Sickly Peach. Your companions had already went into the rooms, exhausted and on edge from the current fight. Uh, but you get there as well, and you all get into your beds and drift soundly into a sleep.
Oh, thank God. Mm.
Oh my god. Okay, cool.
I can't even remember if I have a room or I was just sleeping on a chair.
You was just sleeping on a chair, but you all paid for a room like before the stream happened. So
Okay.
in like our
So
first
then
yeah.
our test session, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I will go to my actual room. This time. I can't talk to my friend behind the bar.
No, he's not even there right now.
So I'll go to my actual room this time.
All right.
Get a good night's sleep.
Yes.
Get that rest.
Get that rest. I can't hear the music at all.
Well, it has stopped for a second.
Oh.
You should be able to
Okay.
hear it
The bard's
now.
asleep.
Yeah, everybody sleep. But you should be able to hear something now. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys awaken to a very, very busy city. Very busy town right now. You hear people. You hear a lot of chatter outside. A lot of things at work at the moment. Um, you also hear a couple of horses. Going by more so than what you had first arrived into the town. A lot more. Um, the day is
I can hear
still
the chicken. Sorry.
the day is still dreary, but it's no longer raining. But it's still dreary. The sun is somewhat peeking through, but it's still a very cold and cool morning. Um, what would you like to do?
Oh, I get up, walk downstairs, um, to the bar, to get some breakfast if they sell it.
Okay. So you go downstairs. It's like around like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning at the moment. The inn is not so busy. It's a couple of patrons, but it's pretty calm at the moment. Some are you see a couple of guards actually. You do see a couple of them in there. Uh, some not like with their helmets off, and they're kind of just sitting at the table eating, and a mixture of just normal patrons. And you see Michael, the innkeeper, behind the bar. Hey, morning there. What can I
Morning.
get you?
Eggs.
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 All right,
Eggs
coming
and
right on
water.
up. Sarah, I'm coming. I'm coming. You see the dwarf, like just storms into the back, and
Mm.
you just decide to take a seat at the bar or at a table, whatever you wish.
Yeah, I sit at the bar. Uh, yeah, I just sit there waiting on my eggs, and I just ask for some water, and that'll be for my breakfast, and I'll wait for the others to come down
All
so
right.
we can all go to the captain.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I'd
I'm gonna
like
have
to-
some deer from whenever I hunted it.
Oh, I
All right.
forgot there was deer.
Yeah, you do
A
have
lot of
like a
deer.
lot of rations and stuff.
A lot of deer.
I'm gonna head down and kind of immediately just make my way up to the bar, sit down, just be like, "Hello,
Ah,
Okay.
morning.
hi, how are
Morning.
you?
I'm
Morning.
great.
Yeah, did you get a good sleep?
Yeah, I did. How was your room?
Oh, um, uh, yeah, good. Can I have a cake and some honey?
Um, I'll see if we have any. Sarah, I
If it's,
wait a
if it's
second.
cold, that's fine.
All right. She comes out with like a plate for Vaughn, and
Mhm.
the eggs are not as what you was picturing. Like, just it's not very flamboyant. It's just a simple plate of eggs. And you take a bite of it. It's kind of bland. Uh, but
I, I imagine.
it's kind of bland, but it's cooked well. It's not runny or too hard.
You're not getting salmonella.
Yes.
The dippy eggs are really good.
Yeah. I just look at him and then I start eating my eggs. And by the way, Vaughn, I know we didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves yesterday.
Vaughn to you too. I guess that's how we say.
No, no, my name is Vaughn.
Oh, oh, okay. I'm Delate. Nice to meet you. And now the problem has solved.
Oh,
Yes.
it's been keeping him up at night.
That's why he didn't sleep.
He's
No, he did
this
sleep.
is a restless night. Yeah.
uh,
Um.
you said you wanted cake. Uh,
Like a little a cake. Like you put it in a pan, and then you bake it, and then it's a little one.
I know what a cake is.
Hmm?
Sarah,
They're supposed to leave them out so that they can eat them. My friends, they can eat them. But a lot of people don't anymore, and it's really rude. But if you have one, that would be really
Sarah, I'm not sure what we we don't have no cake. We have no cake, but we do have muffins.
close enough.
That all, sweetie?
And honey, lots of honey.
Honey, right? And Michael kind of nods. All right, and you see some of the as you look around, see some of the guards are kind of just like you hear a couple of them talk, like just having chatter, and the other patrons are there as well. It's a kind of it's not as lively as when you have first come in with the music and everything, but it seems like you there's a much higher guard presence right now.
Moo, moo,
Yes.
moo. No, that's Delay
Yeah.
is actually. If he hears a cow moo, he will moo back very quietly.
Mm.
Very
Stutter
quiet.
Just
After
scoops
ever so
"Moo."
slightly.
after like 2 minutes, she comes back with a muffin. It's uh, it's like a big size muffin, like this big. It's actually pretty huge. Um, and you see a couple of white powder on it, and she sits next to it like a little cup of honey.
Does it have one of the honey? Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes, he is all about this. He's just smearing the honey on top of it, just like endlessly.
What is the others
Like it's
doing?
honey muffin.
He said, "I'm gonna
I
fuck
would
this
like to
muffin up."
do. just muffin up. I would like to do a reading. I would like to do a reading. I've been thinking about Oren all night. Um,
Mhm.
kind of triggered by um when Yusuf mentioned what I was. So I
Okay.
want to do a reading and just channel him.
All right.
No, I haven't done it in a long time.
Okay. Um. So how are we going to do the cards? Because I think I mentioned it, but not like fully explained it. Uh. So how we're going to do the cards is that you're going to have like you have a question. You can ask a question. Uh. Or you wants to get a general sense of feeling. Um. If you feel like if you're feeling uneasy about something or you want more clarification, that can work with the cards. Most of the time, it's going to be either a question or it's going to relay a feeling. Try to interpret your feeling. Um,
Hmm.
and how we're going to do this is that you are going to draw 3 cards from your deck.
Hmm.
You tell me what they are, and I need you to roll.
Hmm.
And I will have you roll a because for you, yeah, for you it would be what did I say for your on your sheet? What is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, so I'm gonna have you
Wisdom.
roll uh, a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
So, what specifically are you trying? Are you asking a question, or are you just trying to get a feel for something?
Um, well, I always have a general sense of direction of where he could be,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to know, is he okay?
Okay.
I have drawn my 3 cards.
All
It
right.
is the Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the Empress is at the end.
Okay.
They're all upright.
They're all upright. Okay.
Hmm.
And just roll me a wisdom check, please. Let me pull up my thing here. I have things specifically for cards.
That's cool.
Okay, let's see.
It's not my morning.
Get
Oh,
wrecked.
Correct.
okay. Trying to pull up my cards.
Oh, like each number is a thing.
No, you just roll
What you mean? Oh,
one wisdom. What did you get in your wisdom?
okay. I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. And what cards did you pull up?
The Page of Swords, the Chariot, and the Empress, all
Page of
upright.
Swords. Okay. Okay. The Empress was last.
Hmm.
Okay. And what was the middle card? It was the pages swords,
The Chariot is
chariot.
in the middle,
Okay. A major arcana.
which is kind of crazy.
Okay. All right. So, as you lay out your cards, are you doing this on the floor or the bed, a table? Are you doing it in your
The
room?
table.
Okay.
I am still in my room.
Okay.
Okay,
So
before I
there
even
is
leave the room.
like a small table there that you set yourself up, and you lay out these cards, and you close
Hmm.
your eyes, and you just place your hands over them.
Hmm.
Uh, and as you draw the cards, you get the feeling of this is right. That this is, and each card you pull out, you get a more general sense of this is the right way. Okay, it kind of ease a little bit of your worriness. Um,
Mm.
and as you as you
Going in the right direction.
yeah, as you uh fill over
But
it.
what about my question of saying like of answering like is do I get a sense of him and his well being? I'm trying to channel that also.
Well, since the roll that you had rolled, you don't get a very clear answer,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
feeling that escapes from the card is a positive feeling.
Okay. I'll take it. All right. I kind of scoop up my cards and you see him just kind of take a deep breath um and get ready to start his day.
All right. Uh, what is everyone else doing? Coriander and Lenora.
I'm chowing down on this haunch.
On this haunch. Yump.
Just it's kind of gross. It's like like the meat's just like
It's
hanging.
fine
And
because it's cooked. It's kind of dry a little bit, but it's still pretty good.
I mean, it tastes fine, but like witnessing me eat it is kind
Oh.
of disgusting.
Oh, the act of eating it is disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. And Coriander, what are you doing?
I'm gonna head down to the bar and just have a glass of milk for breakfast.
Ooh, cream. Good choice.
Just give me a second while I munch on this cookie, huh?
Come on, cookie. We love a good cookie.
Oh my god.
After I'm done like applying my makeup probably, I'm going to see if there's more deer because that was good yesterday.
Making
So I'm
yourself
probably
look
just gonna go to Lenora. What'd you say, Mike?
just nothing. Just ignore
Just
me. Gotta make yourself look
Oh, so
fresh.
you're
yeah.
coming over to me, and I'm just like meat hanging. I'm just like, yeah, it's over there.
Thanks, love. Now, how do you cook this? Is it already cooked? It's already rationed, right? It's already done.
I think
How
so.
does this work? How does that work? Okay. I'm just gonna go to town on it then.
That was a good cookie. Um,
This was a
I
good
forgot you were
deer.
eating a cookie.
I was really hungry. I'm very hungry. So,
Mm.
so as your guys are just enjoying your breakfast and getting substance, the door to the tavern kind of swings open, and you guys see the woman from last night, the guard. Let me just.
Damn it! I thought it was Victoria.
Nah. Are you looking for Victoria? Or are you just? Are you looking? Like, if you looking
No, no.
specifically for? Okay.
Listen, you said woman, and I'm gay.
Yikes. Yikes. She said, "Oh, woman, hello. Where the fuck is my notes? Oh man, don't be a DM like me, where I don't have like organized notes. I thought I did. I tried.
It's okay. Just go from memory.
I'm enjoying this, Sierra.
I'm glad you are.
You're
Here
doing
we
great.
go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as step in, you see the woman from last night, who is a tall, a very tall
Drink of
woman.
water.
She is a tall drink of water. Um, she is. As she comes in, her blonde hair is kind of wrapped up into this bun. Um, and she has like a very delicate features, but she carries herself as kind of like a woman you don't want to fuck with. She has kind of like a very tough swagger, kind of as she makes her way over to you, and she kind of like uh, smiles, and behind her comes in um a tall actually the same height as the woman who is like 6 feet, and all clad in
Sierra, you gotta stop with that.
uh gay. Um,
Gee.
the guy comes in. He's also the same height. However, he's a much older gentleman. Deep brown skin, a full beard. Uh, where it's like a salt and pepper beard that kind of is trimmed very nicely. Uh, and low cut black hair. Uh, and very soft brown eyes. Uh, he has this very square face, set jaw. Um, kind of like the complete opposite of the woman a little bit. And as he kind of looks around and he follows the line of sight of his companion, and nods to you, and he walks over, followed by the woman. Uh, Good morning.
Delight is going to turn around because he hasn't noticed them at all. Turn around, just his face is covered in crumbs and honey. He's just like, "Hi!"
I turn around as well. Hello.
Oh, you're the lady from yesterday.
Uh, yeah. Sorry. Michelle, and she reaches out her hand for you to shake.
Delight will shake it as well. Delight! And then he's going to look at Vaughn. See, that's how you do it.
I
Uh,
roll my eyes, and
these
I
are
just continue on.
the people that I told you about, guard captain. And he kind of nods. Uh, my name is Gregor Alham. I'm the guard captain here of Deadwood. I I was informed that you came across a kidnapping, and you had stopped the individual responsible.
Yes, but sadly we could not capture her.
Yes, I have the town on high alert at the moment. We're searching
Hmm.
for the description that you had gave my friend here last
Oh, you're
night.
not going to find her.
Why not?
Oh, because she went invisible.
Yes. Well,
And people that can go invisible, I know this from experience. If people can go invisible, they don't want you to see them.
yes, but we have some means.
He has a point.
We have some means of
He's not wrong, sir, ma'am,
sir, please
sir.
Didn't want to assume.
understandable. Um, but yes, we have our own means of trying to find those that are maybe cloaked or anything by magical means.
Hmm.
Luckily, you did stop the kidnapping where Angelica was not uh, taken. There was no, there wasn't another scenario where she left. She was safe at home. Uh,
Hmm.
I've also been informed by the mayor that he had talked to you briefly.
Wait, who had talked to us?
Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah, about his servant
Y'all
was
had went,
possessed.
yeah, and he also employed your guys to try to solve this case. Into helping solve this case.
Oh, what's their name again?
The mayor.
The mayor?
Yeah, are you asking about the mayor? Or are you who are you asking about? The guard captain or the mayor?
Are we just the person that employed us?
Yeah, that was the mayor, William Watson.
Okay, thank you.
I can remember things like that
William
because it's alliteration.
Go off.
That's why
Honestly.
Stan Lee did it.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yes, I was informed by the mayor, uh, and that you had also uh, saved a servant of his household from a possession.
The butler?
Yes.
The good one or the scary one? I mean, they're both good, but like one is just
Are you
scary to me
asking
now.
Greg
Like
or
I
are you
can't
asking
unsee
me?
it.
Are you asking Greg or
I'm
me?
talking like I'm talking out loud. I was talking out loud.
Uh, uh, I'm not sure
I
whether
was just kind of rambling.
morality is involved here, but servant.
Okay, because like I know that he's good. I know that he's good. I know that he's good. But like I can't unsee what happened. If that makes sense, and it's sort of like a PTSD type of thing. But
What
that's not
happened?
relevant to what happened. Oh, you weren't here, were you?
No.
Okay. I think your name is Bond. So what had happened? What are we talking about?
What? Sam.
Basically, here's what happened. Star was very upset, and the butler tried to take the mayor's daughter away, and then
Hmm.
we beat up the butler. But the butler
Yeah.
wasn't the butler because the butler had a spirit inside the butler, and then we
Yes.
tried to beat up the spirit, and then we beat up the
Hmm.
spirit, and then the butler was there, and then the
Hmm.
butler fell asleep.
Yes, yes, it's all coming
Yes.
down. It's coming back to me now. That's what happened.
So the butler was possessed,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
you
Yes.
destroyed the thing that was possessing the butler.
Well,
I wouldn't say destroyed.
more like it ran away too. Wow, we're bad
Uh,
at this.
It flew
I
out the
won.
window.
A lot of things run from us and
Well,
I
fly.
wonder if the girl we met last night was also possessed, or maybe. Hmm.
Maybe we should go ask her.
Well,
Gregor speaks up.
Right, can't find
Um,
her.
Gregor speaks up. Well, we had a mage discern.
Uh,
Oh, who
uh.
disappeared?
Oh, I'm big now. Michel.
Oh my
Michael's like, I don't want to listen to this.
my hip hurt. I said my hip as I clutched
He
my
blinked.
side.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Welcome back. He just vanished
Thanks.
to the Feywild for a second.
The lights just sitting there like, and then poof, gone.
um, Gregor speaks up. We had a mage
I just went
diagnosed
home for a
her,
minute.
and they said she was under an enchantment. The girl doesn't remember. She told us that she just heard a song.
yes, yes.
Hey,
There
I
has
did too.
Us.
apparently
Hear
this
a song?
song seems to be able to enchant people, and charm them, I guess, into doing things.
Hmm. Is there anything else that you can help me with? Any other information?
It's. I think it seems the music, right? It only happens at night, as far as I
At
am
night.
aware.
Okay.
Um.
I wonder if this is the magic of a bard.
A bard.
Uh.
Oh, hard. Like, and
Bard.
he looks at Lenora.
A
What?
bard. You mean like a musician? And Michelle kind of steps in, like kind of like a musician, but also has magic powers, sir. And
I've encountered
he's
many bards that was able to do great magical things. Speaking from someone that's been under a spell from a bard or two. Actually,
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Um. Well, that is possible. Maybe she was a bard. Who knows?
bards.
Um.
Do I remember that it was singing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, they were singing.
Bards.
Do you remember the song?
Do I remember the song?
Sorry, I just got gas. Just burping. That's the song.
Oh.
Um.
Oh,
Gross.
that would entice me.
Um.
always gets them going.
Yikes.
Bleh.
There.
Yikes. Uh, roll me a wisdom save. Not wisdom
Oh.
save, just a wisdom check. Sorry.
Oh, I was like,
Just
what
like,
the heck
am I
is going
dying,
on?
Sierra?
I was like, oh my god, just remembering is putting you back in under the spell for
No,
another 2 hours.
just a wisdom check.
It is
Ooh.
18.
All right. You know exactly. There was no word speaking per se. It was more of just like an aria. Um. However, you recall during during the singing, as you was kind of trapped in your own mind, you began to see like flashes. You try to remember a couple of flashes that uh eyes. You remember eyes. You
Oh.
remember brown, like a deep brown eyes, and you remember lips. You remember the lips of the person, but you don't. It's like it's escaping you a bit, but you know for sure that if you were to hear the voice again, it would click. But you are able to recite the aria as
I have no
well
idea who it is right now.
to your ability. To the best of your ability, you are able to recite the aria.
Now, little known fact, real quick. As you start to, do you sing it, Ern? Or Lenora,
Sure.
do you sing
I'll
it?
I'll like hum it or something.
Can I pull out my lute and try to play it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Roll me a performance check.
Yes. I'm actually proficient in the lute. That's the only instrument
Yeah.
I can play.
that's amazing.
17.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as you begin to play and you hear it, from you kind of match tune with Lenora, and it kind of amplifies it. And Lenora, you began to feel a little bit like you start to remember flashes of you walking out of your room, walking out of your room. You see everyone else
Oh.
around you, and you remember feeling the sense of I have to go to her. That's like a specific main thought. I have to go to her. It was like constant replaying. Go, go, go.
I feel like stealing all of the little children, if that wasn't obvious already, but you know.
But you're
Yes.
not a little child.
I am not, you're correct. I'm just terrible at charisma.
So we know that all of the people taken was children.
Mhm.
Um, but like the light says, like Lenora's not a child.
Mhm.
But she is powerful.
Who is
Are
Lenora?
children powerful?
No, 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 Lenora. I mean, you took down a deer by yourself the other day and carried it all the way back here. And
I did.
just well,
He
so
point
maybe
like
they
the
want
light's
it.
gonna point at Corey. Sorry, Eli.
Hmm?
I- What's your
Idris?
character's name? I forgot. Idris. Oh my god,
Yeah.
sorry. So he's gonna
No,
point
you're
at
fine.
Idris and Coriander and just be like, I saw Idris throw a card into a building, and then I saw Coriander jump on the thing. Like, they're both pretty strong too, and they didn't go anywhere.
That's because they resisted uh, the mind altering effects, as did I. Unfortunately for our friend, she did not. But it's
Listen,
okay
when a
now.
lady sings, it's done.
It's
Oh
done.
no.
Could I roll an Arcana to see if I would recognize um this spell or try to get some more info on it so it's
Sure.
easier to track who might be casting it?
Roll me an Arcana.
So I don't track anything.
What did you
Um,
roll?
move on.
What did you roll?
I have a seven. I have a seven. I'm just not
Uh,
rolling good today.
yeah. You know that there's plenty of spells. You can't really pinpoint which spell, but you know
Yeah.
you have heard and you have seen things like that happen before. So you just don't know.
I'm I'm gonna use my other dice.
We're gonna have
I'm
to
not feeling
get.
this one
We're gonna
today.
have to do a dice cleaning for you.
I gotta purify. Yeah, I gotta purify that other one. Ridiculous.
The
Uh,
light will look at Gregor and Michelle and just be like, "Have you heard this song before?"
Gregor shakes his head. No, I never heard this. Uh, and then Michelle kind of stops for a minute. No, and honestly, we never even found any of the kids to even question them to, but no one else has been reported missing. Only children. It is very odd that uh, Lenora was entranced by it. And Gregor
Mm.
kind of steps in. Maybe they're slipping up.
That's
Yeah,
Maybe they
right.
know we're trying to find them.
yeah. Well, now they know for sure.
Well, they know that they killed you.
Yes.
Hmm.
Uh,
Did you speak to anyone other than the mayor? Anyone else that know of your presence or know of you?
everybody. Well, for me personally, I've been investigating. Sent here to investigate, so a lot of people would know me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I've seen you before.
in fact,
I talked to the bard Victoria last night.
Victoria. And like you see Gregor kind of think, Victoria, who's that again? And Michelle's like, "Oh, the violinist."
Isn't she
And
famous in this town?
Who's that again?
and Michelle's like, "Oh no, she's not famous,
Her.
but uh, I mean, she's well known." And Gregor's like, looks at Michelle a little bit. Uh-huh.
well, the next part of my investigation was going to lead me to that old man's house, Gabriel.
Gabriel.
He's the
Oh, Gabriel. Yeah.
yes, the he owns the graveyard, right?
Yeah, he doesn't technically own it. He kind of lives next to it. He's often seen around it.
Hmm. He's not a groundskeeper. He just lives around there.
Yeah, he just lives there.
Well, that's probably going to be the next stop for me and hopefully us as I look to the group.
And Gregor kind of pike up a little bit. Honestly, I haven't seen Gabriel in quite some time. I wonder if he
Really?
died. I hope not.
What the?
Oh.
Oh,
That would be very unfortunate. And Michelle's like, yeah.
yes, it would be unfortunate.
That's a little sad.
Maybe we should go check up on them like
Yes.
now.
If you come across any more information, please don't hesitate to inform me. Uh, I'm near closer to the town square. Our headquarters are there.
Uh,
Do you have a card?
no problem.
Sorry, I do not have a card, but if you just go right in and say if you wish to speak to me, and inform them who you are, uh, I shall
I'm
be.
Delight.
Yes, Delight. I remember now, but if you tell them, they will point you
Oh.
in the direction of me. And also, if you see Michelle, she will also be able to take any questions or any more information.
Mhm. Well,
Well, you
I
guys
do,
be safe.
gentlemen.
And he kind of nods and he kind of walks out with his helmet underneath his arm. And you see that he's wearing like full plate armor, and it's like a a black sash that kind of crosses over that is different than the rest of the guards that you have seen in town. And
Is
Michelle
there any
kind of
particular
nods.
symbol on it?
No particular
Like, is there any
symbol.
particular symbol that she's wearing?
No, there's no particular symbol. On the armor, or like, are you looking for an amulet or something? Or are you just looking like directly?
Kind of just any defining like pieces. that
Okay.
could possibly.
Just roll me a perception check.
Ah!
Oh,
My dice
Jesus.
all over the table. Oh my no.
Oh my no.
Oh my no.
Ooh, that's not bad. Until I find out that my perception is like 0.
Oh.
Oh, it's -1. Great. 17.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm really shocked at Delight. So before Gregor leaves, you do see Sorry, I didn't eat, and that's why I'm burping a lot. You do see Gregor. When he had shook your hand, you noticed earlier that he had a ring on his right hand. Um, it's kind of it almost look like a snake eating its tail, and
Boros.
The Ouroboros.
it's
Ouroboros.
and it's
He's a
silver,
homunculus. Get him.
and it's silver.
It
On
must be a philosopher.
Let's
A
see.
philosopher's stone.
on
Cut out for me, yeah.
oh, sorry, what was the last thing you heard?
Snake eating its own tail. Ring.
Yes, and it's a silver inlaid. It's a silver ring. And on Michelle, you notice she don't really have anything like specifically on her. You do, if a defining trait of her, you see a scar that's on her left eye. That kind of like, it looks pretty old, but it's pretty noticeable. Like once you look directly into her face.
Okay.
And Michelle kind of
Would
nods to you.
would I be not okay with silver?
Let me see if I want to add that in.
Okay. I don't
Um,
think it wouldn't affect him.
Yeah, it
that
wouldn't
much.
affect you.
Yeah. So probably make note of it, but nothing like
Yeah, it wouldn't affect you personally. No.
right. But I know what silver can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically to fey creatures.
Right.
I'm over here. I'm
And
like, is
honestly,
Mike a
Delight
werewolf?
also yeah, just roll me a general intelligence check. Cause you know that
Okay.
specifically with Faye, but roll me in a general intelligence check.
For an intelligence check, that's not terrible. Hmm. It's a 14.
14? Okay. You know that silver
14.
also is very effective against undead and
Mm-hmm.
those who suffer with lycanthropy. You know that silver is a very pure and kind of also used in like a healing kind of practice as well.
Okay. Lock that away
All right.
for later use.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't affect the party really right now.
All right. So they Michelle kind of nods to you and say, "Well, see you around, and hopefully, please be safe." And she'll walk out. And she kind of like waves to Michael, who kind of just
Bye.
nods as he's like kind of cleaning like a couple of glasses, and she walks out.
Like, gonna turn around and look at Michael. It's like, do you know this song? And start playing the song again.
No, I do not know the song. And Sarah kind of walks by.
Sad.
I don't know. That kind of sounds pretty catchy. And she just like
Oh,
goes off to talk to
I
take
love
care of the other
Sarah.
patrons. Sarah's a bitch, but she's a good type.
I love her.
So, I believe we should check up on old man Gabriel, see how he's doing, and see if he knows anything.
who's Gabriel again?
He's the old man that lives next to the graveyard.
Sure.
Why do we have to talk to him?
Well, it
We're
was just the
investigating.
next part of the investigation for me, just to see if he knows anything. Plus, a bunch of people that I've interviewed have mentioned him and how strange he is, although I highly doubt that he has anything to do with this, but he might know some stuff. It's better to, cross all the T's, dots all the I's,
Yes.
whatnot.
Cross the I's, dot the T's. All right, let's go.
All right. So as you guys
I think it's the other way, but
so as you guys get up and leave, and as you step out into the kind of cool air, it's like a chill that kind of goes up your spine. There's multiple like puddles around, but as like you notice inside the tavern, once you step out, you didn't realize how much of a guard presence there actually is, and like it seems that people are much more aware, and they're you see at least groups of three guards walking together, and they're kind of like just scattered around. Uh, so it's you because of
oh,
what you did last night.
DM question.
Hmm.
Do I remember whether the woman was wearing anything like recognizable? Had
Sh-
like anything that I knew.
she was just wearing a green robe.
Uh, okay, never mind.
Um. So just from what you did last night, you most likely can uh surmise that uh since you stopped a kidnapping, uh people are much more aware, and it's a high guard presence. Um,
Mhm.
That's good.
yeah.
Keep the peoples safe.
Yes.
Always.
Ooh, pardon me. So, Uh, it is 3:30. Would you guys like to take a quick break, or do y'all want to just go through?
Well, I gotta go to the bathroom, so
Okay, I'll.
Oh,
maybe we
okay,
just do
then
the
All
yeah,
right,
we'll
bathroom.
so
take a
we'll take a
break.
quick break here. We'll see you back in like just a couple minutes, guys.
Hmm.
We are back. Thanks for sticking with us for a bit. We have gotten food, drinks, my cup of,
Wine, women, and song.
you know. Uh,
Yeah, Eli?
Sorry.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
No,
no,
are we? Is any of us well?
no, we're
No.
not.
The
But welcome
Academy.
back. So uh, right before the break, we had the party had met with the guard captain, Gregor Al
Michelle.
Alham. Yeah, Gregor Alham and his subordinate Michelle Anders. They had exchanged information about what was actually going on in the town, what happened the night before, uh, and basically saying if they come up with any more information, please come to them and let them know. Because of our heroes, there is a much higher guard presence in the town at the moment than way more than when they first had arrived. They decided to go and investigate another lead, uh, Old Man Gabriel, as so people has been saying. Um, and that's where we had left off. So we're just going to. They're on their way. Um, so as you guys move about the town, again, it's a much busier busier time, even though it's early. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. But you guys
You
make
said
your way.
bazaar time.
No, at an odd
This is-
time. I don't know what I just said,
Okay.
but it was at 10
Okay.
o'clock in the morning. I'll see it in the
Okay.
video. uh,
We'll fix it in post. It'll be
yeah, it's
It's all
fine.
right.
So as you guys walk through the town, you get farther and further. Y'all had asked directions about where the cemetery was, and they did. Hold on.
Oh,
move. Roll initiative.
with a
Go.
what?
A
Oh no,
giraffe.
what am I fighting?
Go.
A giraffe?
Cthulhu has
But-
arisen from a toilet.
Sorry
Bonus.
about that. Yeah, a giraffe come out of nowhere and like hit Buzz Lenora.
Yes. If
Just
she goes to
I
sleep for
said a
another
Killing
3
giraffe,
me
life,
instantly.
but it's fine.
it's fine.
Just as deadly.
it is. Um, don't fuck with giraffes. Anyway, as you guys
Yeah.
make your way through, y'all had asked directions about where you can find the cemetery, and a lot of people kind of direct you in the right way. And you guys get further and further away from the busyness of Deadwood, and you begin to see the houses become much more separated instead of a tight knit community that you were used to being in. And you see the trees begin to turn, even though it's in storm clouds. You might it's like springtime that you believe that it might be blooming better, but some of the trees as you get closer to the cemetery they become you see that they're mainly brown leaves just kind of sway into the cold air. uh
Oop.
I'll go ahead and move y'all to a different board because we're no longer
Ooh.
in the tavern.
Do do
Oh.
do 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 do.
Oh no.
um
Oh,
Hello.
And an area around the cemetery, even though it's still daylight. What just happened?
Nothing. You just paid
You do
her.
you.
You pay her though, but you do you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. Did he say something? What happened?
She was like, "Is
Aaron,
it this dark at 10 a.m.?" And you was like, "So you arrived at the thing."
Oh, I didn't hear you. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is not as dark, but it is abnormally. Uh, it's still
It's kind of
considered dark.
gloomy.
Yeah, it's dark compared to the rest of the town. It is not as dark as this though, but it's kind of the same. Um, the trees are still swaying, and it's just an air of uneasiness as you kind of walk. A cemetery, you guys have known cemeteries before and everything, but it just seems heavy. Uh, you hear a couple crows.
There's dead people here.
You
You're
hear a
not wrong.
Begin
couple
to push
crows and
every
everything.
single tombstone, hoping to find a staircase and the do 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 do
Doo-doo-doo.
as I
Luigi's Mansion is.
You want Luigi's Mansion.
That's my favorite game. Uh, so as you guys walk through, you see the cemetery.
Are you well?
Oh, yikes!
um
You good, bro?
I went down the wrong
Rest in
tube. I'm good.
peace.
Okay. You see these mausoleums, these crypts. You see, this is a very big cemetery. Um, and to the left of it, not too far off from the entrance of the cemetery, uh, you see kind of like a hut, a little bigger, but it's made out of wood and straw. And you see like a garden out front. Uh, Despite the area of the cemetery and everything, you do see a couple things growing. Purple flowers that are kind of blooming and kind of swaying with the wind.
That's so nice.
Uh,
Mm.
Before you see this hut that kind of just stands right next to the cemetery, just isolated.
I just wrote graveyard.
Yeah, that
Mm-mm.
too.
Gravy
Not
yard.
graveyard.
Scratch that out right there.
So a gravy slime pops out from under the tombstone. Well initiative.
Y'all just gonna get slimed apparently.
Oh
Mm.
Monroe.
You can't say that on television.
Oh,
Copyright. Oh no.
demonetized.
Timmy Turner's gonna kick your ass.
Boom, busting my door. Um,
Do we see any people?
Roll me a perception check.
Nope.
No.
Elijah, okay.
Okay.
Luckily, it's not a battle going on right now.
Right. Let's get all these bad rolls out the way now.
No, you do not see no one.
Okay.
Well, I
Is it
approached the door.
foggy?
I'm sorry, what you say, Mike?
Is it foggy like it was the other day?
Yes, it
when I
is. It's still misty. Kind of, it's misty and it's not raining no more. The sun is kind of peeking through, but it's still around this area pretty dark.
I go up to the door and I give a knock.
Okay. You knock. A minute goes by.
Girl
Oh.
Scout cookie.
What happened?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
You knock again?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Could I use a divine sense?
It's part of the.
Sure.
My wife just came in. It's like, why are you banging on the table?
Hi, sweetie.
It's like, my husband's going mad.
Take Femi a run. Um, uh, sure. You can cast Divine Sense. What's the range on that?
60 feet from me. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
Okay.
Um, I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me that is not behind total cover.
Gotcha.
And I
Oh
know the
wow.
type of any being whose presence is sensed, but
Okay.
not exactly who it is. Like if it's, I don't know its name and place of origin, but I will know
Okay.
kind of what it is or where it
Behind
is.
behind total cover. No, you do not sense anything.
Do I smell or hear anything?
You smell kind of yeah, you do smell manure. You smell freshly tilled dirt, and you smell rain.
Okay. Ooh, gardens. And he starts walking around.
I'm going to slowly open the door then.
Okay.
See if I can open the door. Like,
Uh,
Is
hello?
him breaking and entering like against your alignment?
This is for investigative purposes.
so
Hmm.
you reach out for the knob, and the knob is kind of like one of the banger knobs that you kind of just push open.
Uh,
Um, it's unlocked. Uh, and uh, as you open it, the door kind of creaks a little bit.
Mm.
You step inside.
yes.
Okay.
Should we really be doing this? Isn't this
It's
like
all.
breaking and entering?
No, it's fine.
So as you guys step inside, you are greeted to a very unlit home. Wooden beams stretch over. You see a stone fireplace in the far left. And just around it, you see herbs and flowers, different types of plants, kind of hanging from these beams. And around it, if there's a a fur rug that's thrown over the hardwood floor. There's a couple tables set around haphazardly with different items kind of thrown on. Some are books, some are scrolls, um, and different other type of knickknacks.
I cast light on the ceiling. So now we have a ceiling light
Okay,
just to
cast
lit up
light.
the light up the room. Mhm.
Okay. Once you cast light, you hear visitors. It seems like we have visitors.
Oh god.
Uh, do I know where it's coming? Where's the voice coming from?
Roll a perception.
Oh, okay. Here we go again. 14.
14. Oh, sorry, wrong page. You're not in the tavern.
We teleported back. Sorry.
Uh, so, um, what was your roll? A 14?
Yes.
Okay. You see, uh, on the far off wall that's kind of like hidden behind like a section of the room that's kind of closed off a bit. You see this large black uh, bird, a vulture,
Oh,
Ooh.
and it's this feathers thick and black, almost abyssal, and it
Ooh.
looks at you, tilts its head, and just stares at you.
Hello.
does it smell like corpse in here?
No, it smells. It has a very earthy earthy smell, not
Okay.
corpse, not death, but just more of like um plant life and yeah, plants
Mm-hmm.
and dirt.
I will go ahead and let's see. I can't remember whether I can do this or not.
Are you all guys, all of you stepping in, or is it just it's still just Vaughn?
I didn't step in.
Okay,
I cast detect good and evil. That's what I will do.
okay.
I um I wanted to walk around and look at some of the. Are we in a graveyard or like the back
No,
of a graveyard?
you're in the tavern. I mean, not the tavern. I don't know why I keep saying.
House.
What?
Yeah, you're in the hut.
In
Do
the
you?
hut? No, I
Yeah.
never. You asked if I stepped in. I never stepped in.
Oh, so what do you want to walk around? You want to walk around the garden?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, give me a second on that. Vaughn, what does detect good and evil do?
For the duration, you know if there's any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where that creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is an object or place within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated, or desecrated.
Okay. You do get a ping, uh, of a fiendish nature from
What?
directly from the vulture.
Mm, but that's but that's the only ping, right?
Hmm. Uh, Idris, as you walk around the garden, you see purple flowers. You see some uh, a couple of plants that have black, round black berries on it with white circles and a black dot in the middle.
Oh. Do I see any like outside furniture or anything?
There's a rocking chair that's like in the garden.
Oh, a rocking chair. Okay. I'm gonna just wander about this area and maybe
Okay,
do a reading.
okay, just around. Okay. Uh,
Mhm.
what is Delight, Coriander, and Lenora doing?
I kind of just like want to stand out here and just not actually go in, but like look and see what's going on.
Okay, you're just at the
I don't want to
doorway.
commit to going in there.
All right, you're just at the
Yeah.
doorway watching Vaughn. Delight or Coriander, are you guys doing anything?
I guess I'll go in.
Okay. Coriander, you walk in. Same scenario. The once you walk in, the vulture kind of looks at you, and it stands up and it kind of ruffles his feathers before going back.
I will be kind of with Idris walking around, like
Okay. Um.
see no need to go in if there's already three people in there.
All right. Lenore is at the doorway just watching. Uh. So as you guys are looking around, Vaughn and Coriander, is there anything specific you want to do inside, or you just looking around?
I will talk to the fiendish bird and Abyssal first and be like, Fiend, what are you doing here?
Uh, it stares at you, and in your mind, you hear it reply back. You're the intruder. What are you doing here?
Oh,
What have you done
You just
with,
hear me. He has a point.
this is all in your head, my head. You can't hear
Yeah.
it.
this is all in head.
uh, we done with man who lived here, Gabriel. What,
I've done nothing. What do you want with him?
Mm.
we wish to speak with him. Is he your owner?
No one owns me. And you see the vulture kind of stands up and it kind of like looms. It's already a very massive bird, but once it stands completely up and kind of, at before it was more of a hunched figure, and now it's just fully. You see that it's really fucking huge. It's a big ass bird.
Like the size of me, or
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Uh,
and it spreads
Well,
its
uh,
wings, kind of go back to watching you.
uh.
Mm.
where is where's Gabriel now?
Out, but he should be returning shortly.
What is your relations to him?
I'm sorry. What is your name? You know my
Just don't
He's
tongue.
be
bad at
introducing
that.
yourself to people.
You know
From
my
outside
tongue.
just here. He's really bad about that.
it's this is just gonna be a recurring theme. Just I can never introduce myself to people.
I'm like, I
Sorry.
don't know
Coriander,
his name, and he was introduced to me.
Coriander, you just see this bird kind of just expands a little bit, and you just see, you don't really see. Vaughn, are you speaking this out loud or are you speaking it in your head?
No, I am my half of the conversations out loud,
Okay. Uh.
but it's in Abyssal if anybody knows that.
Okay. Uh.
I might.
Coriander, you
I
hear
Oh,
understand it.
uh, kind of
we're in the garden.
like a
Yeah,
hissing
you're right.
tone. Uh. But you assume that this Vaughn is probably talking to the bird or talking to something, but he's looking directly at the bird, and the bird is kind of standing and seems responsive, but I mean, you don't hear anything.
This
My
man's
name
clearly
is
going crazy. I'm gonna just look around the house for like any clues for like where Gabriel might be.
Uh,
uh,
I love that you said this man is clearly going crazy.
that's clearly.
Obviously.
I love that.
I say, oh, hold up. Is that the
I do not know.
And I don't think
I
I'm
know
close enough. I'm
undercommon.
in like the
Oh,
garden.
whoops, my B.
All
Ignore
right.
that. Ignore that.
hold pause real quick. I have to do something real quick. I'll be right back.
No.
Hmm.
Our story.
Delight and Idris, you guys are walking outside. Um, roll me, roll me a nature check.
Oh, oof.
Whoever wants to do it, who's outside in the.
Whoa.
10.
Mm-hmm. Delight, would.
I got a nat 20.
All right. You
Good
instantly,
for you.
uh, you instantly know that the plants, the current plants are nightshade,
Mm.
and cow's eye.
And
you know those plants.
Nightshade, I know, is for poison.
And so is cow's eye, but mainly
Okay,
to
I'm back.
animals. Um,
Are they both to animals?
uh, nightshade is poisonous all around, just straight out poison. Uh, the cow's eye is poisonous to animals, but it can also cause. It is poisonous, but it's not deadly to humans.
Do I see like the light kind of like examining
Yeah, you
the
see him
plants and
looking
stuff?
at
Oh,
it,
he.
and he's
Like,
not touching it, but he's like looking like, oh, okay. And
do you recognize these?
delight, you also see
Is
that
that
the ground is freshly tilled, and you do see that it's well taken care of.
That's weird. Is that not weird? Do you think that's weird? That's weird, right? That's weird.
That the are you referring? I asked him what's weird. This is all weird. Life is weird. What's weird?
Don't eat that.
Why not?
It'll
Not that I
kill you.
would, but
It'll kill you.
oh,
Oh my god.
I think I heard it the first time, love. But also, these are poisonous.
Yeah, nightshade, poisonous to everything,
Oh,
and then cow's eye's
Oh, that's
poisonous to
fine.
animals. He's gonna poison his bird.
the bird? What bird? There's a
Oh, we
bird.
don't know about the bird. Shit.
I don't know.
Never mind.
Right.
Uh,
The I was just like, huh?
I'm sorry, I had a stroke.
What? What? I'm like, and I did nothing to save you. I just give them a hug. Like, rest your head on my bosom. Are you
It's
well?
okay. We're fine.
It's
We're good.
okay. We're good. We're going to the flowers. Don't worry. God,
Hilarious.
my baby got too close.
So,
Um.
cow's eye and nightshade. Would I
Okay.
possibly know how to like store it?
Yeah, with that nature check, yeah, you know how to harvest it where it won't do any damage to you. Uh, are you
I'd
just
like to
trying
take
to?
a sample of each.
Okay, you just trying to save like the plants? Are you sure? You take out like a
I'm
little knife and take some cuttings of it, but very delicately, making sure that you don't pierce none of the fruit. Uh,
yeah.
They're
I'm gonna.
very pretty though.
Yeah, it's the last thing you'll see. It'll kill ya. Um,
I'm starting to pick up signs here, little one.
as you guys are doing this,
Not that it'll make much of a difference for me, but
as you guys are doing
Are
this,
you already dead?
you hear
I think so.
Oh, that's not good.
what are you doing in
It's
my
not
garden?
bad either.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there's a person
Turns
here.
around immediately.
It's like the two crazy people. I'm like,
Uh,
hey.
I'm admiring your work. Who are you? I'm Delight.
Stop telling your names to everyone.
But they ask.
uh,
I'm sorry, this is your garden. We were just admiring how beautiful it was. Like, look at these right here. Like, this matches my eyeliner very well. And like, it is.
He's not wrong.
so you see, uh, this person has a stature that defies what you expect. Uh, you have mentioned, you have heard of what people call old man Gabriel. However, but what you see is not an old man. While one may
Uh-oh.
expect someone of his particular talents to appear as an older figure with craggy skin and long tendril-like fingers, Gabriel is nothing of the sort. A black and somewhat tattered robe drapes over a tall form that stands a little over 6 feet, with broad shoulders. Long, wavy blonde hair falls over a square-shaped face and down past the shoulders. blonde stubble covers his chin. And as he looks over you, you see the eyes the color of seaweed roam over you, and his eyebrows arch while his lips form into a grimace.
Oh, you look mad. You look
Why?
mad. But you also look stunning. Like your hair. My
Who are
God.
It
you,
is
and what are
very
you
nice.
doing in my home?
I'm Delight, and I live here.
You don't live here.
He is unfazed.
This is unfazed. I'm like, you do not live here.
I
Do
said,
you?
just you
I
do
can
not
see it.
take me for a fool.
You froze.
I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
I suggest you do not take me for a fool.
I never did.
No
We're
one's taking you
everywhere.
for. Yeah, no one's taking
I
you
do
for a
live I
fool.
live here, and I live everywhere. We're everywhere. You just don't see us all the time.
And
I'm just as confused.
you see on his arm, he's carrying a basket, a woven basket. Uh,
Does he have flowers?
What's in the basket?
Sorry.
he literally outwardly sighs.
Eh,
Full of friends had questions for you. I thought that you were
Are
already
you
in there.
Gabriel?
I am.
You're who we were looking for. You aren't in your garden. Well, now you are, but you weren't before.
Well, now he is.
You're right.
He walks
We were
past
right.
you
You were right.
Hey, wait, don't.
and
Hey.
goes into his house, and he sees Vaughn, and he sees Coriander looking around.
He's home.
We found him.
We did it, not you.
We did it. I go to try to give Delight a high five.
Yeah.
He walks
Yay!
past Vaughn and Coriander and goes over to the Black Vulture. You see him kind of caresses her feathers, and it kind of like nudges into his hand.
I guess I'll follow now. Partially because I'm nosy, but also because he's beautiful.
He is. He's a very attractive man.
Excuse us for our rudeness, but we thought you were maybe have been injured by this bird, this fiendish bird, but clearly you have some relations with it. I am Vaughn.
I don't like the way that's worded for some reason. What is your relations with this bird?
Yikes.
But clearly, you
Look,
have relations with this bird.
hey, it worked in Phoenix right, okay? That's it.
Okay,
this creature.
this creature.
Uh, he kind of sits down his basket on one of the tables, and he looks at all of you now. He's kind of like just his eyes kind of go
Delight,
from each one of you, and you get an uneasy feeling as you look at him.
Delight's hanging out in the door with Lenora at this point. Like, he's not going in, but he's at the door with Lenora.
Okay.
But I'm not even subtle about it. I'm just like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah, it's like totally just like, I don't. Let's wait and find out.
What's happening?
I think he has relations with the bird.
Yikes.
I peek
Oh.
back out the door. He definitely has relations with the bird. I can like hear both
Oh.
sides.
All right. Mm, what is the surface thoughts? Uh, what are
Huh?
your surface thoughts right now, Vaughn? What are you thinking right
Oh,
now?
me? Surface thoughts is just wondering what uh gosh, I forgot his name. Gabriel's relations to this fiend is.
And as his eyes go over to Delight, what are your thoughts, Delight?
The light is still outside.
Yeah, he's looking at Delight.
Okay. What is Delight thinking? Does Delight think?
Oh,
Just delightful.
wow.
If these are valid questions, probably just. Actually, no. You get a much more serious train of thought than the outward the outward personification. Why does this person have poison in his garden? And it doesn't. It's like that's. It's very focused. It's very like. This is exactly what he's thinking. There is no bunny trails. It's actually very precise what he's doing.
And then his eyes shift to Lenora. What are your surface thoughts? I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
I said, what the fuck is that bird?
Okay. He kind of looks at Coriander.
I'm thinking he doesn't look that old. I bet he dabbles in glamour magic. I bet you he's older than he looks.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I didn't want you to bring it up. Yeah.
And then he kind of looks
That'll
at
work out.
Idris. What are your surface thoughts, Idris?
You don't want to know my surface thoughts.
You tell me your surface thoughts.
Yo.
He does. That's why he's listening.
My surface thought is probably graphic.
Oh,
Yo.
well,
He shudders.
when he
He just like, how does he react to that?
yeah, when he looks to you, he kind of
Are you okay?
yeah.
You.
We're gonna kill this
What is
man.
happening?
What? Oh, he picked the wrong target.
I'm being honest.
He picked
He
the
picked the wrong. I
wrong
told
target.
you what my intentions were when I walked through the door.
Oh my god! Yikes!
I was like, Gabriel, are you okay?
Yeah,
He started coughing.
I'm fine. It's
I
just
just saw something truly terrifying.
I should have just opened the window. Well, I assume you come here for a reason. Do you need a wish granted?
Yes.
A wish?
Yes. That's what everyone else comes to me for.
Well, a wish. Oh yeah. By the way, I still have detect good and evil off up. Am I detecting anything on
Nope.
from him?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's just regular human.
Am I detecting anything with divine sense?
You still you sense was it fiendish, celestial, or undead, right?
Yes.
You pick up the fiend coming from the vulture.
Okay.
But no undead
Delight's
and no
eyes
celestial.
narrow at the bird.
Well, the only thing we wish is to have a discussion with you. I'm sure you have heard about the happenings going on in town.
Mm-hmm. The children that's going missing, right?
Yes.
Are first the plague. And
Yes,
then the children
correct.
going missing.
Oh yeah, the plague.
Yes. That as well.
Mm-hmm.
We encountered me and my compatriots encountered a woman that seemed to be maybe causing this mess, or at least kidnapping. It seems to be the one that has been kidnapping the children. Uh, then I begin to describe her features, and I say, "Have you seen somebody like this around?"
He's he's kind of like moving around the hut as putting like taking out the items from his basket. You see that there's herbs. You see a loaf of bread. You see some meat. You assume he had went shopping,
Hmm.
and he, as you're talking to him, he has his back facing towards you, and he's just taking out the items. No, I haven't seen no one that looks like that.
Well, another question. Why? Why do you have a fiend? At bird?
Is that a part of your investigation?
Yes.
The light leans into Lenora. I don't think that's part of the event. Do you want
That's
some
just being nosy. Homeboy being nosy as hell. That's why I'm thinking that's my surface thought.
popcorn? The light hands Lenora some
Homeboy being
popcorn.
nosy as hell.
Her name is Asaya, and she is my friend.
Mm,
I assume you have
I
friends.
like that name.
You see, he's
None
not really paying
as
much
That's
attention to
shade.
you, Idris. He's like, he's not
none
trying
as
to look directly at you.
I was about to
Who
say none.
me?
Yes.
No, no, no. Oh, really? I'm done.
He's not looking direct. He registers what he says, like he kind
What?
of like, okay, yeah, but he's not looking directly at you.
I have friends, just none as fiendishly exotic as yours seem to be.
And you see him kind of look at the bird, look at Asaya. Yeah. He just keeps doing what he needs to do.
You
What
wait.
is happening with?
Yeah.
I just go back to the door. I'm like, y'all, there's some drama with this man and this bird. I swear on everything.
Yeah.
Hold
Want
on,
some
I'll be right
popcorn?
back. Yeah, thank you. I go back in.
Now you said, do people? You said something. Is that something that you do, or this fiend does?
I'm assuming you asked about the wishing thing. You had cut out for a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Um.
Yes.
Well, people in this town like to come to me for little things they need to get rid of. I grant their wishes. Maybe they want to get rid of a child that they had, an unwanted pregnancy. Some want to leave.
What? That actually draws delight in. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Some people do not wish to have a child, and they find out that they're pregnant or expecting, and they come to me. Did you say something? Because it kind of cut out again for me. It froze for a second.
Witch doctor.
Oh, you asked him if
Uh,
he's a witch doctor?
yes.
I am no witch, and I am no doctor.
Well,
Besides that,
clearly, huh?
some people want a cure. Some people want a cure. Some want to remember things. Some want to find someone.
What is the cost to these wishes or these things that you grant for people? Is all
Usually, it's something of value. I always take gold as payment or a favor.
Do you what do you do with the child when you take them?
Well, I do not. Well,
Or
sometimes when it's too. After a while,
early
I
when it's
usually
too
bury it.
early?
Yeah, I usually bury it in the cemetery.
I think I misunderstood the statement. He gets very sad and like kind of just backs up. Like it's not. He thought it was something else.
He got the sense. He got the sense
I
that
was
you.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he got the sense.
He understands it now, but he thought that you meant like have the child and then you take it, and what do they do with the child after they have it?
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets it now.
See? Well, uh,
I
I
want
still.
to ask him
Go
if
ahead.
he recognizes the song from the enchantment or whatever.
Okay. So
And I would,
reciting
okay, I
it.
would like to sing it, and well, yeah,
Oh, you want to sing it? Okay. Roll me a performance check.
or whatever. Oh God.
Do it.
I'm cheering. Yes, music. Yes.
My performance. Oh God, that's my charisma. 13.
13?
It's not
That's not
bad.
bad.
That's not
It's
bad
not
for
bad at all.
someone that's not. Yeah, yeah.
So you begin to sing this song to him, this aria, and there's some notes that are off, but you pretty sure you got the gist of it. You're pretty sure it's pretty close to what you heard. And as you're singing it, he kind of stops, and Asaya ruffles her feathers, and she kind of like flaps at you, and he kind of puts up his hand
I don't.
to calm Asaya. I'm surprised you're actually here. If you heard it,
What is that supposed to do?
I've heard it before.
But what does it do?
Well, it's a compel. It's a compulsion. It traps you in your own mind. It makes you go to wherever the source is. Very
Oh,
dangerous stuff.
when you yes, when you heard it, then what was happening at the
Well,
time?
I felt the effects, but I was able to break out of it. It had no power over me. I just knew it was something I'd rather not find. It's none of my business to.
But it's taking children.
And some of that even tried to get you.
I didn't feel after the first time. I
The first
warded.
time?
Yes, this has been happening for quite some time.
Uh,
Has this been happening before the plagues?
No,
You know, well, we have a suspect. We just don't know where they're at the moment. Mm. And you said you have
yeah.
not seen
That's, that's
the person that I've described to you.
no.
Well,
But this
yeah.
town is full of interesting characters. A lot of characters that have a lot of secrets.
Think any of them are powerful enough to do something like this?
Who knows? Maybe.
So mysterious.
Asaya, you seem to like the song.
Isaiah looks at you and it tilts his head. What languages do you speak?
A couple. I think I don't speak Abyssal. I think the only one I speak is Undercommon. That would possibly fit that.
You hear a sound in your head that sounds like snakes hissing, but you do not understand it.
So it doesn't actually
Cool.
outwardly make noise.
So far that you know.
Okay.
Like, am I the only one who hears that?
Mm-hmm. Here's the snake. That
Oh.
language. Vaughn, you knew that when it was talking to you, it was in your head. But when
Right.
you did enter,
Eh,
you did hear, "Oh, we have visitors."
right. Um, I go to our ranger and I say, I do not believe you speak Abyssal, do you?
Not one bit.
And I turn to what's the fiend's name? The vulture. Well, I just turn to the vulture and I say,
Asaya.
Asaya.
Asaya, Asaya, and I speak to her, Asaya in Abyssal. My friend does not speak Abyssal. Can you repeat what you said to her to me?
And it looks to Gabriel, and they both kind of share a look, and he just nods to her. And for the first time, other than when you first entered, you hear this vulture speak. Sorry, my language can be a little different to others.
Mhm.
I
Is this
speak
being said
common
outward or still in the head?
outwardly,
Okay.
and you guys
It
all
happens.
hear it is common. She's speaking common
Uh, oh, hi.
Mhm.
Asaya kills Mike.
now. Oh,
Back,
it just attacks you.
my computer needs to reboot things randomly. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So you know of anything about this? Do you have any information
It tilts its
about
head.
this song?
Like Gabriel said, there's plenty of people in this town that have secrets.
Mm.
Very, very dark secrets.
Well, I am not here for that in particular, unless it has something to do with the case.
Oh,
So,
it might if you ask the right people.
And who would those people be?
I care not for names. I just like the delicious trouble it causes.
looky here. It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Looky here right now.
Now listen here.
uh,
No.
Let me tell you a moment. Just sit right there and
Next for
well,
copyright. Like no,
uh,
That's why I didn't
well,
finish it.
does right,
you just mumbled it.
Gabriel, or Gabriel. I can't say the name for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. Gabriel, do you have any names you are willing to, or any directions you can point us in towards to help us solve this case?
What will you give me?
What do you want?
Like I said, favor gold. Anything of value. What is the cost of saving
I
lives?
That's not fair.
Life
I
isn't
have some
fair.
deer.
Oh, he gave the life not fair line. Oh, I say that out loud.
What you say?
I said, oh, he gave the life not fair line. Oh,
And then the thing, Delight, without missing a beat, and totally different than what he has acted like before, replies, "Yes, but it should be."
huh?
He has a point.
Asaya
What?
kind of laughs.
I kind of look at him. I'm just like, right?
Oh, a fiendish creature, but not fiendish. He's interesting, Gabriel. I like him.
Oh, let me find out you mixed with something.
exactly. He's exotic. He's exotic.
Y'all just full of surprises.
Delight just kind of straightens his back a bit and goes back to.
Uh, uh, well, I do have gold.
I can give you a reading
a reading.
free of charge as long as you kind of help us out.
He looks at all of you and he stands, crosses his arms, and he looks at all of you, just watching you. Joy, fate, order, unity, and lost. My
What?
light has such an interesting trail for all of you. You. He points to Idris. He just gestures to a table where there's two
Oh,
seats.
I pull out my cards. Just give it the old razzle dazzle shuffle.
Just
He watches you
Next,
intently.
I spread the cards out on the table, so like in a mess. And I ask him, can you just guide your hands over the deck, please?
Without
I kind of try to gesture toward.
without breaking eye contact with you, he reaches out. His hand is large, and you see
That hard,
calloused.
hard eye contact.
Like, focus, Idris, focus.
focus.
Oh, I see those eyes a lot in my dreams.
I'm over it. Yikes!
I'm quite
The focus. Need to focus on
He's
orange.
just like sweating. There's a sheen on his face.
quite upset.
And he just runs his
Um,
hands over him, not fully touching it, just above it.
that's fine. Now I actually want to ask him to pick the cards wherever he feels like he has the most
Okay.
inclination to do.
All right. Let me pull up my thing real quick.
Hmm.
No.
How many?
Just 3, and try to focus on either a question or a general sense of um, what you want or what you want to know.
I was like, "Don't do it, Gabriel. It's a trap. It's a deck of many things."
Oh no! He kind of like gets
He's gonna
panicked.
send you to the shadow realm.
Oh
That's
yikes!
that's simply not true. I met Bond like yesterday. He doesn't know me.
Jesus. Uh, he kind of still looking at you. He'll take one card, place it
Ace of
face down.
Wands.
Places face down. He take
Mm-hmm.
another card.
Mm-hmm.
Put it down. It's
Mm-hmm.
face
Mm-hmm.
down, by the way. All of these are face down.
Oh, okay.
And he'll take another card and place it down. Shall I flip them?
I could flip them.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you what you see this time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
go ahead
okay.
now.
Okay.
Let me put my cards away, child.
All right. The first card you see is the Fool,
Ooh.
and he kind of nods to that, and then
What position is it in?
it's reversed.
Okay.
The second one he picks up is the Empress, and that card is upright. The last card, and you notice if you roll me an insight check real quick.
Me?
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I have a 20.
All right. So as you are watching him do
Nice.
this, you see at the Fool he kind of grimaces at it,
Hmm.
and as he flip over the Empress, he kind of you see as he turned it over, he still had it in his hand, and he's just staring at it.
The last card?
No, that's the second card. He stares at it
Oh, okay.
a little
The
longer than
Empress
usual.
upright.
Yeah, a little longer than usual.
Okay.
And he sits it down
Mm-hmm.
gingerly, and then he goes over to his last card
Mm-hmm.
and flips it over. The Lovers,
What position?
upright. Sorry, not upright. Reversed.
Basically, well, first of all, I kind of and you all will notice like I'm a little bit more serious while giving this reading, almost like a different tone than y'all saw before. Um, but I wanted to talk to him about. I said, tell me more about how you felt when you drew um the Fool, the first card.
He kind of looks at you. Well, no one likes to be the fool.
Hmm. That's actually not what that means. It means that you've conceived a new project, but it hasn't birthed yet. You're worried about the risk and fear of the unknown, and that scares you.
He's quiet.
What were you thinking when you drew that card? You looked at it for a long time.
I believe. Does the Empress card represent some mother figure? Correct?
Mm. Yes, there's definitely some divine feminine energy with this card. There's someone close to you that might represent.
Maybe. And he looks to his last card, the Lovers, in reverse.
The lovers. Honor and love. but it's in reverse.
Hmm.
Become aware of who or what you really value. Um, it's the lovers, but it is in reverse. Something beautiful is here, but something scary might be associated with it. Something's off.
It's the bird.
Yeah, I was like, it's the bird. It's the bird.
It's the bird.
Or its feelings
Feelings.
for Mr. Idris. Like the image that he saw.
Stop.
I hate it.
Embrace your
I
feeling.
I kind of want to gauge his thoughts with my powers of
The awakened
the
mind.
awakened mind. Yes.
Okay.
Femi.
Oh,
Hello,
Oh,
Femi.
sorry. I'm here. Where's your
At
where's your
me.
iPad? Sorry.
That's my nephew.
Hold on. I
Nephew.
was
No, you have a whole ass baby.
You have a whole, not a half a baby, a whole baby.
A whole ass baby.
Okay. So, what are you trying to gain with your awakened mind?
Just an understanding, of what he's thinking or how he's feeling. It's
Okay.
just more so to just become more in tune with him.
Okay. Roll me a
So
wisdom
how are
check.
you really? Okay.
I'm gonna treat this as an insight.
So what should I add?
Add your insight. If you're proficient in insight, add that.
Okay. Um, I'm not proficient in it, so that means I
So,
don't get the bonus.
yeah, you just add your wisdom bonus. That's all.
Okay, so that's 14.
14. Um,
Hmm.
as you try to sense out to him, try to figure out his posture, his inner feelings, you just get a blank wall. He's very hard to read.
And that's fine. I tell him that. I said I could sense that there's a lot of barriers here with your mind and in your heart. Um, and that's okay. I hope that whatever you're working on or whatever your life entails ahead of you, I wish you good fortune. And may fate shine its light on you. And I scoop up my cards.
He he's watching you, and he kind of just, as you pick the cards up, you can feel his gaze on you.
begin
Um,
sweating.
yes.
I hate this so
That's fine.
much.
I'm
He
sweating
says
like a
that out
sinner in
loud,
church.
No, I'm
like a
saying
surge.
that.
Oh.
Uh, all right.
I hope you enjoyed the reading.
I did. You have a gift.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't get that often. The people in my town were so mean to me.
I see that.
Oh.
He'll look to all of you.
Oh, I'm not even on the camera.
Just use this.
I just see Eustace. Like, you stupid hag. Whatever he is.
Stupid dog!
Stupid dog. Get that little
Stupid
lad.
vulture.
Yikes! What'd she do?
Right. I like Anivia.
She was
Azaya.
terrifying.
Oh, aside. So
Don't
sorry.
even know her name.
Right. A League of Legends character. Anivia.
Yeah, I was like Avina.
Right.
That's okay. I forgot my god's name last time.
Yeah,
That's
you
fine.
really did.
You did.
Um, he looks at all of you and he says, Malcolm Blocker.
I'm sorry?
Malcolm Blanca.
Lisa Rivers.
Oh yeah, write these down. These are names. I was like, what?
Angela Craven. Richard Brooke. William Watson.
Oh,
Mm.
Hmm?
And Moira Wright.
Moira, right? Moira.
Moira.
Mm-hmm. And Wright. WRIGHT.
Yeah.
we
Malcolm
do.
Blanca is had his daughter go missing,
Yes, he
right?
did.
And Abigail Blanca,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a dwarf.
Yep.
Watson, I think, is the mayor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
He
mayor.
is.
Yeah.
I don't recognize the others though.
The name Angela Craven sounds familiar. I don't know if that's just because it sounds familiar to me or because it's part of the game.
I
I
don't
want to
think
just thank him. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. After you're done.
just to answer Mike, you haven't heard this name before.
Okay.
I just wanted to spend time to thank him for not only allowing me to read him, but also giving us these names.
You
Just
did
not.
me
So thank
you
you.
you gave me a gift. It's just a transaction.
Well, I think we've overstayed our welcome, gang.
Yes, I would. I will thank you, April. And again, if you have any more information, uh, it would be much appreciated if you sought any of us out. And obviously, you look like a man that can handle himself if that woman comes.
I'm pretty
Just be careful.
sure. I'm pretty sure she will not come around here. But
All right.
thank you for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. All
Sweet,
right.
thanks,
Okay.
dude.
Bye, Big Bird. I really like your name, even though I forgot it.
And you hear something in your mind, Idris.
What?
Oh, you cut out. You cut out.
You hear something in your mind, Idris. A
Uh huh.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
I love your name too, Idris.
Oh.
They're my favorite. I will protect them with my life
Yeah.
or
Oh God.
lack thereof.
Exactly. I will step out,
All right.
and I guess we'll start
Delight is
heading
kind
back
of.
to camp.
I'm sorry you froze. What you say?
Like you, oh, Delight is kind of standing in the doorway still, like
Okay.
just kind of staring at him.
Yes.
Why do you have poison?
Uh,
Better to kill you with.
uh,
In certain doses. It is not completely fatal for a full grown human. But for a fetus,
You cut it.
oh, you're cut out. You cut out. You
oh,
cut. You cut out.
he says
Say it again. It's not completely fatal.
it's not completely fatal to a full adult person, but it is deadly to a fetus.
He'll nod and turn to leave, but then kind of say over his shoulder and just be like, you know, my friends will. That way you don't have to kill them.
Say it again. I'm sorry. It cut out for again.
My friend. He says, my family will take children. It's just a thought. I understand for health or whatever reason someone has to do what they have to do, but if you can save them.
I'll keep that in
Kendall
mind.
just leaves it hanging there. And he'll turn and start walking, and as soon as he gets to the group, well, that was fun! And he'll start immediately, like,
I jumped.
shift.
You see the door
It's like,
close and close shut, closing the view off from the interior.
Mm-hmm. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. Let's go get food.
Do we still have deer left?
At this time, it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. We did good. We
Yeah, I
did
kind of
good.
gotta get going.
Yeah, it's 5 in the
All
night.
right.
All right.
So we are going
Time
to
approaches.
end it there, guys. Thank you all for watching. Good job, guys. Y'all didn't die.
great episode. Oh,
That was
You are
really
getting
good.
closer
That was
to
fun.
figuring out a mystery.
Yay!
First of
So
many, I'm sure.
we will not be playing next Saturday because we will be down a player.
Bye.
But we will be returning shortly. Any updates or anything about the schedule will be posted on our social media at Twitter. You can look up Hollow Chronicles just at Twitter. Just find us on Twitter. And
We're
please
tweeting.
find us.
yeah, and we'll
Twit.
twit, and we will see you again next time.